So, what is geometric types of joints? These are classified, specified and described according to the trend, that is strikes of joint stress relative to the attitude of rock masses, that is deep and strike. Basically geometric types depends upon the deep and strike of the beds. So what is deep joints? Joints that strike parallel to the direction of the bedrock, and example the extension joints. Next, what is strike joint? Joints that strike parallel to the direction of the rock beds. Example the release joints. What is oblique joints? Joints that strike at an angle to the direction of deep and strike of rock beds. These are also called diagonal joints or conjugate joints. So what is bedding joints? Bedding joints are parallel to the bedding of the associated sedimentary rocks. Here you can see these strike joints, that is parallel to the bedding rock or strike of the rock. This is perpendicular or parallel to the deep of the rock. This is called deep joint. And what is oblique joint or conjugate joint? See, here is the oblique joints or conjugate joint, that is neither parallel to the strike nor to the deep of the layer in which they occur. And here you can see bedding joint. Bedding joint are parallel to the bedding of the rock bed. Here black lines are joints and white grey lines are beddings of the rock strata. So here parallel bedding joints are parallel to the associated rock beds. Let us discuss about the common characteristics of the all the types of joints. So first, mural joints. Mural joint, seat joint, columnar or prismatic joint or master joints, deep joints, strike joints, oblique joints are formed by tensional causes, tensional force. But release joints, extension joint and conjugate joints formed by compressive or couple or shear force. In mural joints, 3 sets of joints are there. Seat joint, 2 sets of joints, one prominent set, another set less prominent, and in columnar joints, 1 prominent set with less perfect cross joints. But in master joints, 3 sets, 1 set commonly parallel or coincides with the bedding plane. Deep joints, 1 set of joint, extension, release joints both 1 set, but in conjugate joint 2 sets of joints are there. Then what is the attitude of all joint or intersection of all joint? In mural joints, mutually perpendicular. In master seat joint, parallel to the ground surface. Columnar or prismatic joints, polygonal, commonly hexagonal or horizontal or vertical. In master joint, mutually perpendicular. Deep joints, deep and strike both mutually perpendicular. Then extension joint, perpendicular to the axial plane, and release joints. In release joints, parallel to axial plane and perpendicular to extension joint. But in conjugate joints, clear cut smooth perpendicular or oblique crisscross joints. Then what is the spacing of these joints between 2 joints? In mural joints, regular or equal spacing. In seat joint, increase with depth, pinching and swelling. Columnar joint, that is 30 cm across. Master joints, regular spacing. Deep, strike and oblique joints and extension joint, release joints and conjugate joints have regular or varying spaces. So now what is the separation of these joints? So in mural joints, cuboidal separation, seed joints, slabs, slits or layer. Columnar joints, prismatic columns are separated, so it is also known as prismatic joints. In master joints, rectangular blocks. Deep strike and oblique joints, cuboidal, rectangular or triangular or irregular blocks separation occur. In extension release joints, irregular rhombic blocks separation occur. In conjugate joint, rhombohedral block separation occurs. So what are the examples of these joints? The example of mural joint and seed joints are granite rocks. Columnar or prismatic joints, basalt occurs in basalt rock. Master joint, example of master joints are sandstone, limestone, marble and some quartz. And the example of deep joints, strike joints and oblique joints and extension release joints are inclined and folded beds. And the example of conjugate joints are amphibolite. So next, what are the significance of joints and what is the recognition of joints, or how we recognize the joints in the field? So joints are recognized generally in the field as faults without displacement. Their dimension varies within wide limits. Sometimes they are very short in their extension, but in certain cases they are found to extend for miles together. Tension joints are recognized by their rough, irregular slicken sets or jagged surface. Then comes to significance or importance of joints. Mainly joints influence quarrying and blasting pattern, and joint spacing determines the size and shape of the blocks to be obtained in a quarry. Mural and master joint help quarrying intact cuboidal or rectangular dimension stones. Seat joints helps obtaining slabs. Closely spaced joints, criss-cross joints help obtaining cross stone for concrete aggregate, road metal, railroad ballasting and riprap. Joint provide passage for the percolation of water and help weathering and formation of soil. It controls the natural groundwater drainage system in rocks underground, and it forms springs, example artesian springs. It controls potential depositional channels of mineralizing solution. It helpful in exploration of water and locating well sites. It render rock weak and unstable, and landslides and rockfall and rocky banks of river unfit for bridge and dam abutments. Leakage of water in tunnels, reservoir, dam abutment beneath dams in rock gorges, and responsible for rock falls and cave-ins. This is all about the joint significance or importance of joints in the field. Thank you.